I've questioned it a lot, like in the last few years, just like, should I do it? Should I do it? Should I do it? So I don't know what drew me to you, but
Well, God brought you here for a reason. Okay, Trina, you can go ahead. My energy's crazy. Yeah. Everybody's picking up on it. Your energy is like strong. Your energy is very strong. Like you're gifted. You know this, right?
no.
You don't know this. You don't see things. You don't happen to know things before they happen and just think that's
Sometimes I
coincidence.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see it on you. I know you see shit before it happens.
I feel
Yeah.
like sometimes when things aren't going good, like financially, I know that I'm always going to be okay.
Mm-hmm.
For like, I just know. I don't know. It's weird. I
That's
can.
that surrender, trusting divine timing, knowing that you're always provided for. That is, oh, general for you. Okay. Okay, Brittany, I'll get that in a second. Just now answering that question earlier, so I'll have to let me write that down so I don't forget it. Okay, so what, I'm sorry. I gotta not answer questions in the middle of mediumship. I'm so sorry. Okay. I lost my train of thought. I'm so sorry. I'm coming back to you. Alexa, turn the volume down. You see things, you know things ahead of time, right? You understand and you have that, you've surrendered to divine in some areas of your life where you know that you're going to be provided for. You don't worry about those things. But I feel like there's some other areas where you still question a lot of things that you see and that you hear. And that I think you've probably, a lot of times when that happens, you're like, you just write it off to like, oh, well, what a coincidence. You say a lot, what a coincidence. That was so serendipitous. No, it's literally your psychic powers. It's literally that you are gifted and that you are being shown things because you have a call in your life and you're supposed to be doing something more with that. This is not your first time here. This is not your first time in this walking this realm, and in walking out this purpose. So like things are about to open up for you big time. Like, and I'm channeling from your guides right now. I don't have any ancestors coming through at this moment, but I'm just letting you know I am channeling this message from your guides that they are about to open some major doors for you. And what you thought was limiting for you before is actually going to be the very thing that brings you to the public light. If you are insecure in any way about being in front of people, that's going to be broken off of you. I don't know that that's a problem for you. I feel like it's more just like a jittery butterflies, real quick, and it's gone. You overcome it pretty quick, but you're about to be put in the public eye. Okay, there's some major changes that are, oh, I feel this heavy and I just got emotional because I don't know your whole story. I don't know where you came from, but there's something major that happened with you in your childhood when you were very young. I'm going to say between the ages of 5 and 7 that has completely, radically changed your life. And whatever that is, you're meant to tell that story.
Wow. I'm not sure. I have an idea of what you might be talking about, but I don't know if it is. But when I was 6 years old, I lived in an apartment complex and there was a man riding his bicycle around my apartment complex and my heart's pounding. And he took me on his bike and for some reason he let me go. And I have no idea why, but I always,
you're divinely protected and he could not handle the light that was in you. You were saved that day. And that's why that brought tears to my eyes. And I could see that happening. And what's crazy is the story that you just told me. What I saw visually with that circumstance was actually something that happened to me around that same age with a whole situation with a bicycle and a man in the neighborhood driving around. Mine, he didn't take me, but it was where I felt unsafe, right? And he was a pedophile. He was doing bad things to all of the other people, and I would never go with him, and he didn't understand. And yeah, you just got to wave it for emotions too. Yeah. But so when I was shown that, I was like, why on earth are you showing me that? But it's then you said that story and it's very similar. So that for me, like mine was completely different. And it was, this man decided he was going to try to take me out with his car because he was afraid he was going to get caught because I was speaking up. Things were happening and I was speaking up. We would be going down the street and he'd invite everybody over to his house and I would never go. And they would go and things would happen. Right. So whenever there's a lot of emotion right now. There's a lot. Whenever he realized he wasn't going to get anywhere with me, he actually ran. I was on my bike, riding my bike, and he ran me off the road into the gravel on the side of the street. And I still have scars on my knee from it. I see it every day. But that scar is there to remind me that the light in me overpowered any darkness, and not one iota of that darkness could touch me. Right. And that's the same thing for you. You were divinely protected. Not one iota of that negative energy could touch you because you have a call in your life. Your spirit team has been trying to wake you up. Have you been waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning lately? Not like getting up, even just like you happen to notice you're just awake and like, why am I awake? What's that about?
Yeah. And then just try to go back to sleep.
Stop trying to go back to sleep. Okay. And I know it's hard because you're like, I need the sleep, especially, are your mom, you have kids? Yeah, I need sleep. The kids are going to be up in a minute. Let me just tell you that, yeah, everybody's crying. We're all crying. So let me just tell you that in those moments, when you're being divinely guided like that, you're being opened up to a new realm. That's called the witching hour, right? And it's called that because that's when a lot of things in the divine happen, which every time we see a number 3 in our life, we talk about that's divine timing. That's you paying attention to divine timing. God's trying to get your attention and give you messages. There are downloads that you're going to receive, and those witching hours where nobody else is awake, no distractions. That's why you're awakened at that time, because you're to receive downloads. You're going to have reconfigurations. You're going to have upgrades within yourself. They're going to take you to higher levels. You need to have a pen and paper beside your bed, okay? A journal, notebook, or a phone where you can just talk it out, whatever it is. When you wake up in those moments, it's going to be so hard to not just try to resist it and want to roll over and try to go back to sleep because I got things to do. Even if you just set up for the 5 or 10 minutes, or it may only take you 1 or 2 minutes, just be open to hearing those messages. Okay, Spirit, you woke me up. I'm awake. I'm listening. What do you want to tell me? I'm ready to receive. And you may get downloads through visual. I think you have the same as me where you see things as visual, but you may have audible things that come through. You may just feel a resonation in your heart. But when you see those things or hear those things, I want you to jot down whatever it is, even if it doesn't make sense to you right then. Even if it's like you see a horse and a zebra and you're like, what the hell was that about? You woke me up at 3 o'clock in the morning to show me a horse and a zebra. Okay, I wrote down horse and zebra. Can I go to bed now? Right? And then, okay, I trust that you're going to receive. Yeah. Oh, they're saying that they're sensing that you even get ringing in your ears, which is angels talking to you, those same things. So, yeah, those are all common ascension signs too. But the main message that they want to get through to you today is that you have a calling on your life. It's much bigger than what you're living right now. It's about to explode. You need to be open to new paths, new opportunities, new realms, like rethink what you planned on doing career-wise, home-wise, whatever you planned on doing. You about to be like, no, I got this plan for you. So whatever that is, be ready to move into what God has for you, which is going to be doing a lot of spiritual healing work. I feel like you may even want to look into doing Reiki. Like, you are a healer. You remind me of me. Your energy reminds me of me before I activated, everything and stepped fully into everything. So doors are about to open for you. Let me tell you the horse and zebra, why those two popped in my head. Okay. That's even a lesson. So when you ask God, okay, I wrote it down. Give me the download when I wake up. Help me understand what that was about. I met you. I got it. Now let me go to sleep, right? You'll sleep fine. Horses and zebras is something my friend Bailey taught me. Y'all heard this before. Yeah, you can change the energy in the room. Like they're all like bragging on you over here. They're like, yeah, she changes the energy in the room. And that's it. You're the thermostat. You set the energy in a room. Like you're not one of the people that you walk in and you're like, hi, it's so great to be here. You're like, hey, what's up? I'm here. Right. And that confidence, and that's that bold lion Leo energy that you can overcome anything that you face, that you're bold enough, you're strong enough, you're capable. You question yourself too much. But horses and zebras, let me tell you the story behind that. We have 5 minutes left. Okay, cool. So the horses and zebra thing. When we look at a situation, we have two choices. We can look at it as what it is at face value. It is what it is. Or we can look at it and go, oh my God, it's going to turn into this. Like it's got to be this horrible, crazy big thing. And so horses are much more common to see, right? Most of the time, if we're looking at a situation, a problem, a challenge, it's an everyday situation. It's a horse. Most of the times, it's not a major, big catastrophe. It's not a zebra. A zebra, you got to be intentional. You got to go somewhere to see. You're going to the zoo to see a zebra. You're going to Africa to see a zebra. It's not like you just see a zebra in your neighbor's backyard where you might see a horse. So it's saying, don't focus on all of the possibilities of the what ifs and whys and all of those, but just this is what it is. And this is what I need to deal with right now. Think horses, not zebras. Don't go to the worst case scenario, the big picture at the end, right? Focus on the power of now. You need to read that book too, apparently, because that just came out again. I just finished that book. I love it. The Power of Now. Okay, so Spirit Guide team definitely has some downloads for you. Now let's see, we've only got 5 minutes left. Do you have anybody you want to try to connect with, or do you just want me to see who comes forward?
See who comes forward.
Who comes forward. All right. So let's see if we've got any energies coming through. Oh, now you got like multiple people here like, oh me. Okay, so I've got a female energy that this is like a grandmother type energy. I want to say this is on the maternal side. And you've also got a young male energy. This could be like a cousin or a nephew, even someone that passed very young, male energy. But he's, I'm going to say like, he's probably like a teen now is what's coming through. These two energies, they both step forward at the same time on either side though. So I'm going to say that the male energy is probably on dad's side because we've got them on separate sides facing each other here. Okay. If you had to describe yourself in one word, would you use brave?
Maybe,
Yeah.
I'd say so.
Because this grandmother figure that's stepping forward, she's just like, she's got tears in her eyes and she's just got so much joy. And she's just looking at you going, she's just so brave. She's so brave. Nothing scares her. Like you're like, I can overcome anything. Okay. In this moment, it might be something that's like a little intimidating, but you know what? I got this. Let's go. She's just like that. Your energy, it's like, it matches and rivals what she was when she was here. And so it's like you carry on that family boldness, that family bravery, and you have stepped into roles. I feel like, do you care for someone, or have you cared for someone in your family that was like elderly and that you kind of help take care of them in the later phases of their life? Or is that something you're planning on doing for your family? Because it's showing strong that you're a nurturer and that you care for people in their hardest times, like in transition. Yeah.
That I do for a lot of people in my family. I have a lot of addicts. My grandma actually did die, and on my mom's side, and we spent a lot of time together in the end.
You took care of her right before. And that's what she's showing me. Okay. Yeah. And she's like, you step into places and you never, oh my God, she's gonna make me cry. You never complain. You never say a foul word about anybody. You literally just do what has to be done because you know that's what you would want when it comes time for you to need help. And she's like, it's beautiful. The way that you love people is absolutely beautiful. And she wants to tell you thank you, and that you couldn't have done anything any better or any worse. You did everything perfectly. And she felt so loved and cared for. That's beautiful. That is so beautiful. I'm trying to figure out who this male energy is that's coming through over here. Oh, do what?
I have no idea who that could be.
Oh, time to disconnect. Oh crap, did I miss our, oh, I missed the 2 minutes. Okay, well, we'll have to come back to him another time. We are out of time unless you want to book another one. That's up to you. But we can come back to him another time. And I'm going to ask that he comes to speak to you and give you messages tonight, okay? In your dreams, even, so that you can have that direct connection. I want you to set your intention on that too. Hey, come reveal yourself and tell me whatever messages you needed to tell me in that moment. Because he stepped forward. I mean, he wasn't saying really anything. It's just like they both stepped forward right there at the same time, and grandma took over. We'll let grandma take over Eldritch rights, right?
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for allowing me to connect with your spirit guides and with your grandma. That's so exciting. You have a lot in you, buried treasure. Okay. So don't hide it. Let your freak flag fly because it's about to get really good for you. You're about to step into new arenas, and it's going to be world changing. Okay. Like,
Right.
just so you know, I'm excited to see you grow. All right. Well, I'll see you back in the live. I'm gonna go ahead and end this recording, and I'll get that uploaded for you as soon as I can.
Okay.
Thank you.